Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom. We have no idea what we're doing today. There was a good thunderstorm last night. Yes, a thunderstorm. And the dog in the house went full retard, standing on the bed, pawing at me. Hello, that's thunder out there. Save me, on frickin' real. But we got some rain, but not much. Not enough to put out the forest fire known as the ex-wife. Yes, but today we woke up to plus 13, but feels like plus 55. Yes, no. Oh, plus 13 Celsius. No idea what it feels like. And then on the yo-yo scale, plus 55 Fahrenheit. Yes, the good car by Chevy. Yes, with the 235, or there was at the 283 as the V8 option. Yes, I think that's the first year it came out with the V8. All right. And Johnny G yesterday had a full work day. Yes, did nothing all week, not much freight, and then all of a sudden everything comes together on a Friday, so he had to really hustle. Got a long day, which is a Friday. That's the way it was when we were in business, and no work all week, and then come Sunday, everybody's standing at the gate because the other businesses in WHO-ville were closed, so they're all at my gate. Now my gate's closed, and I'm retired, so screw you. Yeah, I'm only good enough on a Sunday. Well, too bad, so sad. All right, that's all for the list. Let's do a quick scroll. With that rain yesterday and today, it is humid out here. Like my t-shirt is sticking to me. Oh, we got some smoke down there, which is normal. We're not sure what the forest fire is doing, but it needs wind to get going again, which will be no problem. This rain doesn't really do much for the fire. It just kind of teases it, makes it more angry, just like a good ex-wife. Oh man, they get so pissed off, it's unreal, especially when you drunk dial them. Yeah, they don't like that for some reason, and that's worthy of a couple of lawyer letters too. All right, we just about made one full rotation. No idea what we're going to do today. Probably just wander around aimlessly lost. Yes, aimlessly lost. That'll impress the boss because we're actually doing something. Wandering here, wandering there. Just like yesterday, back and forth to the shop. Work on the cat here, work on the cat there. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 10 a.m. and I'm finally getting mobile. Just waiting for the store to open at 11 so I can head on over and do some shopping. Then I'll go to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. So let's head inside and let the dogs out. Just after 10 a.m. and my dad was saying the helicopter was flying around the kingdom. I guess there's a hot spot on the other side of the highway closer to Eric Hill in the bush. So they need more hose so they can get over there. My dad came down to check out to see what they're doing, and they landed right down by our little pond. We are gonna head into the bush and pull all the hose out from the house down. That way they can access it here. We're keeping the hoses that are around the house, just the stuff that we're not using at the moment, because we are teed into the sprinklers with our own water pump, so they can take back this hose. Now let's get a video of these guys taking off. Got all the hose laid out, that way the helicopter can come back and land right here, and then they'll take all this hose so they can go fight fires elsewhere. Hopefully they're able to get that hot spot across the road out. I also seen them fly out that way because there's like fire way off into the distance over there as well, so they're checking that out. Now let's head up to the kingdom and make sure there's no other hoses. 10:30 and I'm back in the kingdom. I didn't see or smell anything on that side, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it for now. I might go walk around in the bush again here in a bit. The bugs are pretty bad in there. Now I'm going to head into WHO-ville and go do some shopping and a few other things. 11:30 and I just finished shopping. I grabbed a flat of Gatorade, which was 56 bucks for 4 6-packs, and that's not too bad. Then it was $38 for a few things in the bag here. I grabbed my dad a nice cold water. Now let's head over to the kingdom and drop everything off and see what he's up to. Also at 12 p.m. the Grow North people that bring in free seeds and starter kits and stuff are supposed to be here at 12 p.m. So I'll head on over there and grab some seeds and starter kits, see what they have that I can grow.
Okay, that was a little bit of morning workout pulling hose in the bush so the helicopter can come back and grab it so they're ready to go. They're losing a lot of hoses and pumps and everything in the bush because the ex-wife forest fire is changing directions. Just like an ex-wife. Come back this way, come back over here, and go this way. Unreal. So today it's warm, it's humid. I uncovered the air conditioners in the house. Yes, I have air conditioning, but I do run it with the window open and living in fear of the head cold. So today we're going to hide in the shop because it's nice and cool and dark in there. Yes, we're not running the wood stove. And we're going to figure out starters. So I put this one on, starter number 6, and it ground. All it did was grind. So that means that the Bendix isn't working. So we'll have to figure it out and adjust with a hammer. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom and the clouds are getting puffy, so that means we're going to have another thunderstorm because, one, it's humid. Yes, it's humid. I don't know how those people can live in Ontario. Yes, around Toronto and stuff, that's humid. All right, so we got the master switch on. We got starter 2 in here. We gave it a little love with the love hammer. Yeah, let's give it some love. Let's go see if it's going to work. I did a couple of test runs. We'll walk over here because I'm not going to reach over because there's the wiring. Yes, I'm colorblind, so we use everything as black. It's like Blackie Lawless. Black forever. Let's hit the start button and hear the grinding sounds. All right, let's see what we... Okay, let's try this again. Hit the button here. All right, it cranks over good. There we go. That's good. Let's go burn some lunch in the microwave.
Just after 12 p.m. and I made it back from the school where the Grow North guys are. I was able to get a lot of free plants here. There's a bunch of tomatoes, we got marigolds, peppers, there's lettuce, bok choy, and we have a few other things as well. Plus I grabbed a whole handful of different kinds of seeds. I will take this over to the kingdom and plant these in my garden when I go there after lunch. 1 p.m. and now I'm going to head over to the kingdom and plant all my garden stuff that I got today. Once I'm done that, I'll return back into WHO-ville and grab all my water jugs and then head out across the highway and see if I can find that hot spot they were talking about. Made it to the kingdom. Now I will plant everything that I got at the giveaway today and then I can cover up my potatoes. At least they are growing. We have a bin of potatoes here. This is the soil that I used to cover everything. And there's some over here too. So I'll cover them up and give them a good water, that way they can grow some more. I had a bunch of stuff die off in the garden here. These were my starter plants that I had inside the house, but we had to evacuate so many times, not much survived. There is some radishes though, so I'm going to plant all this stuff in here. Got everything planted into my garden bed. We have lettuce in that far corner. These are all tomatoes here, and then there's a pepper. I'm not sure what those two are, so I'll have to do a image search to see what they are. It doesn't say on the little taggy there, but at least everything is in the garden. Now I can water everything down. 2 p.m. and I'm across the highway now. Made sure to go grab all my water jugs. A fellow subscriber from WHO-ville gave us their little infrared so I can go into the bush and see if I can find anything. The hotspot they were talking about was from a week ago, so there shouldn't be anything left over, but I'll see if I can find it because you never know, anything can start up again. Walking around in the bush looking for this hot spot. It should be completely out, but you never know. I want to try and get some eyes on it. Even if I can't find it, at least I'm in the bush here. And look what I found. Not exactly sure what it is. Might have been a little cart back in the day. Still has the name on it there too. Says Swan. But isn't that cool? I did bring a bag with me in case I find any bottles for my collection, so now I'll continue walking around to try and find the hot spot that they were talking about. I don't smell anything. Walking around in the bush looking for this hot spot. It is down that way a little more, so I'm making my way down the hill, and I came across this. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Looks like one of those horse rides. Look at that. That is pretty cool. It's in here with a bunch of bottles and stuff. I have a nice collection that I'll show you guys when I get back. Lots of stuff in the bush here. Oh, look, right there too. That blue bottle you see is an old Vicks jar. Pretty sure this was what they had the Vicks in back in the day. I think that's a bone right there. I'm not going to touch it, but I think that's a bone. I wonder what that is. There's a few of them in here. There's a bone there and a bone over there. I wonder what that is. I'll try and dig that up next. Whew. Of course, there's ants everywhere too. So much fun. I'm not stepping there again. Now I'll keep looking for this hot spot. I'm going to make my way down the hill and go back over that way towards the road and down. I walked all the way down to where I was this morning and I did not see or smell anything, which is good. I might have walked by the little hotspot they were talking about, but at least it's out because I don't smell anything, which is good. Hopefully it is completely out, but I will keep an eye on the bush in here. As I was walking back, look at this rock. It is perfectly smooth on this side and over here. Perfectly smooth and cut. That was very strange. I'll try and get a little closer for you guys. This one here too is perfectly cut. You can see it. Perfect edge. All the way around. Even on the top here. Perfectly cut. That was very strange. I'm going to take these two rocks back with me. But like, there's a bunch of them like that. All perfectly cut. It's kind of strange that this rock is here. And it's the only big rock all around. Just these two rocks right here, the rest of them are all small. Now I'll head back up to the quad and go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Unless I find something else on my way back over there. But you can't even see in front of your face. It's pretty dense down here. Was checking out the infrared machine, and as you can see, it's pretty hot in the bush here. So it'd be good if I came out in the morning with this little machine and checked it out then. But as you can see, it is hot everywhere. This thing is pretty cool though. Anywhere that the sun is, look how hot it is. Back in the kingdom, and I just laid out all the bottles that I found in the bush. Good thing I brought a bag with me. There was other bottles there too, but they were boring shaped. I try to go for the cool looking shapes like this one here. I wonder what that was back in the day. We also have this funny shaped one as well. This one too. This one. I think this one here might have been a seasoning jar. When I picked it up, it had holes on the top, but it all fell apart when I grabbed it. Not sure what this is, but it had the label on it, so I grabbed it. I think it might have been a beer. I think these ones here were alcohol bottles because of how thin they are. And then down here, you can still kind of read what's on them. That says sandwich spread. We have a Kraft spaghetti sauce. That's a cool looking jar. And then we have peanut butter. And I also found, in good condition, a peanut jar. There's probably no peanuts left in it, but you can still make out the writing on it. It even says Toronto, Ontario on the side. Can't make out the date, but that was pretty cool. Now I'll take all this back. We also found a chain down by the tracks the other day when we were doing the hotspot over there, so we also have a new chain. I will take all these bottles back into WHO-ville and clean them up, and then they can go on my collection.
Okay, after lunchtime time, I'm working pretty good. I got the hand throttle done, or figured out, so now it idles. When it idles right down, all it was is a simple adjustment because I had to make my own lever system. Yes, oh yes, take the diesel motor out, toss a farm tractor motor in. It's easy, they said. Yeah, right, I got, what, 4 or 5 chapters in the book on these cats on how to do it. All right, so we got the rope out. Yes, the rope. Because that was my engaging tool, because we had it running at a slow speed, and the trick is you got to pull the lever so the grease nipple comes up and around. Okay, see in there? And there's one right there. I mark them with lots of yellow paint so you can see them come around. But the thing is, I had to stand way back here for safety, because if the thing becomes engaged, the trailer could run me over, and it could be my own demise. Yes, we have to think and work smart up here at the end of the world. Plus, we're doing this sober, so that makes it twice as hard. All right, let's continue the quest. Let's park the trailer and park Aggie the cat. No, this is Laverne. I'm so confused. Oh, the joys of being sober. Those puffy clouds look like storm clouds. Yes, oh my. I got Laverne parked over in the lineup. It's too hot to put the pail on the exhaust stack, so if I leave it on the hood, I can look at the cameras, and about 11 o'clock tonight, I'll have to come out here and put the pail on. Because if I throw it on now, the exhaust stack is hot, it'll melt in. And then what's the point of putting the pail on the exhaust pipe to cover it when there's a big hole in the pail? All right, so over here, not sure we're going to get on this project today. The exhaust for the welder shouldn't come out the side. It should go out the roof or something. It gets a little hot in here, and then the welder overheats. It vapor locks. Yes, vapor locks. If you know about vapor locking gasoline, you owned a Ford Flathead back in the day, and you'd have to put ice and everything onto the fuel pump to keep it cool. I remember that well. Okay, it's 5 o'clock, and I've been hiding in the shop here since before coffee, I think it was. Yes, when we parked Laverne. Yes, that was Laverne. Yes, I'm so confused. All right, so we're in the shop. Look at the temperature. It's way up there. Yes. All right, so it's hot. We're not used to this hot. Yeah, so once it gets to plus 30 Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit, that's an official day off. But no, we got the fires here. So what we're doing is sitting here and making starters work. Yes, making starters work. The boss will be pleased. So this is starter number 7 or L. Yeah, 7. It was dead in the water according to the notes over there, and we got it to work. All right, let's see. Master switch on for zoom. Get ready. There could be sparks. I'll try and film at this angle. Ooh, that's got kick. All right, I like these ones here. It's so simple. Battery cable there. Pull the rod, Yogi, or pull the rod. And it engages. No solenoids, no nothing, no start buttons, nothing. Simple. And if there's any problems, you just die grind the hole out, slide this way, because the little knob on the top is worn out. All right, let's continue the quest. Okay, we got one starter going, and that's pretty good. And then we went over here. Oh, not too fast. We had this one here. It's another one of those lever ones. Yes, lever action. So we got it to actually spin because it was dead. And then we seen lots of sparks down in here. So I figured it might have been the brushes because they were kind of green and fuzzy or whatever. So I changed it out to one off of this starter. And I think the armature's screwed because it's no power and lots of sparks down in there and everything like that. Oh well, we tried. But remember, we're having fun, and it's way too hot for us. I can't wait for it's 40 below and we can have fun.
5:30, and I just came to the kingdom to check in with my dad and see what he's up to. He's just tinkering around in the shop, so I'll head back into WHO-ville and make supper. As you can see, the wind is blowing pretty good here. At least it's blowing away from WHO-ville. Looks like there's a storm coming, so I better get going and end my day.
Okay, way too hot and it's cooling down. Maybe we're going to have some thunderstorm or some rains, but this is normal. Yes, and there's the water wagon not leaking. Maybe a good sign. Oh, wait, it might be empty. That's why it's not leaking. All right, we'll check. We'll see what we're doing over here. Okay, everything's looking good. We got some clear skies over here, but that doesn't make sense. And I don't know what that is over there. Oh my. All right, so we had a fun day hiding out of the heat. It feels like it's cooled off. Hopefully the house is nice and cool with the air conditioner going and the windows open, but that's the way we do it in the Great White North. I mean, wilderness Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba, we live in fear of the air conditioner head cold. Yes. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and talk to you later.